interact as with many technologies advance. However, the internet has not been without negative aspects. For example, it has created new concern about privacy, and it has been hampered by spam and virus. Moreover, even as it serves as a medium for communication across the globe, it threatens to cut off people who lack access to it. Technology can serve to promote or restrict human rights. The information society should foster the use of emerging technology in such a way as to maximize the benefits that they provide while minimizing the harm. In many cases, this promotion may be less matters of technological control than oversight, establishing the proper legal or regulatory system to ensure that technology capable of abuse is not in fact abused and the benefits of technology are shared among all. So, technology increase our power of acting or capacity to bring about change in the world. Therefore, we need corresponding increase in our understanding of the scope of our responsibilities. It is modern technological power that makes the need to develop environmental global future generations ethics so urgent. Moreover, it is necessary to conduct a power of analysis emerging technologies as part of characterize their ethical profiles. Ethics is particularly important for the accountancy professions with a code of professional ethics based on 5 basic principles: integrity or honesty, objectivity, things be rational, competency and due care capabilities, confidentialities, professional behaviors. These are 5 basic principles of code for professional ethics. However, the emergence of new technology raises some new challenges for professionals to address. Technologies define the condition of human experience by structuring our physical and social world. Because of this, the ethics of technology must consider more than just the benefits and the costs associated with the developing and implementing a technology. It must also consider the way in which technology reconfigures social institutions, relationships, and the possibilities in our forms of life. The increasing use of big data, algorithm decision making, and artificial intelligence can enable more consistent, evidence-based, and accurate judgment or decision more quickly and efficiently. However, these strengths can potentially have a darker side too, throwing up questions around the ethical use of these fairly new technologies. For example, output can be based on biased data, which could lead to discriminatory outcomes. The main problem of ethics of technology is that it tends to arrive too late. In many cases, ethical issues are only recognized when the technology is already on the market and the problems are raised during its widespread use. Ethics can then become to clean up mess that might have been avoidable. It is probably not argumentative to say it would be desirable to have ethical input at the early stage of technology design and development. There are common ethical rules that must be applied in all technologies, contribute to society and to human well-being, acknowledging that all peoples are stakeholders in computing. This is especially in order to include all human beings, in order to be all are equally fairly usable. You have to think that they are a stakeholder in computing. The second one is avoid harm. This may be negative consequences, physical or mental, or it may be damages environmental needs responsibilities to be not harm or to avoid the harms. The third one is be honest and trustworthy. You should have to be honest and trustworthy in order to just for transparency and for misleading or for not keep the others. So you should have to be honest and trustworthy enough. The fourth one is be fair and take action, not to discriminate. As this is, you should have to know that all need not be partiality or discriminate by religious or ethnically. In academics, you should have to take care to be fair and to be action, that not be or not to discriminate. The fifth one is respect the work required to produce new ideas, inventions, creative works, and computing artifacts. In order for developing a new idea or to just initiate the other peoples to make new things, you should have to respect the work that required to produce new ideas. You should have to just respect privacies of the individuals as well as the whole. And the honor confidentiality. This is also one of very important general ethics principles. The other is professional responsibilities. What I am responsible for as a professional? You have to strive or struggle to achieve high quality in both process and product of professional workers. Maintain the high standard of professional competencies, conduct or manners, and ethical practice. You have to maintain the high standard, the high qualities. And also you have to know and respect existing rule pertaining or belongs to a professional work. Respecting the existing rule is also one of the crucial responsibility of professionals. Accept and provide or afford appropriate professional reviews. You have to accept and provide what the professional review has been given, and give comprehensive and thorough evaluation of computer system and their impact, including analysis of possible risks. Comprehensive or inclusiveness and thorough or in-depth evaluation you have to take in computer systems. And also perform work only area of competencies or professions. You have to dig around there in order to help the societies as well. And also foster or adoptive public awareness and understanding of computing related technologies and their consequences. You have to understand in order to keep the society cultures and the way they are doing as much as possible have to be fostered, the public awareness. If access computing and communication resources only when authorized or when compiled or obligated by the public goods. So, and finally design and implement systems that are robustly or energetically and usable secure. The other is professional leadership principles. Here, as a leaders is one among the organizations who has ability to lead or to share or to know how to do something. Ensure that the public good is a central concern during all professional computing work that's a central concern. And articulate, encourage acceptance of and evaluate the fulfillment of social responsibilities by a member of the organization or group. You have to understand and evaluate things that's socially responsible by all members of the organizations. Manage personnel and resource to enhance the quality of working life. The leadership should know or understand the workers and the resource that enhance the quality of the working life. You have to understand all rounds about your workers and their finance and everything else. Articulate and apply the support policies and process that reflect the principle of the code. You have to just make that what was the principle of code we have seen in our first topic. Create opportunities for members of organizations or group to grow as professionals. Make them, enforce them, help them, create an opportunity for them to make them grow as professionals. Use care when modifying or retiring system. Interface changes, removal of features, and even software updates have an impact on the productivity of users and the quality of their work. You should have to care of them, the educational level, the skill level, and also the society they will come in order to modifying and retiring that systems. Recognize and take care or take special care of systems that become integrated into the infrastructure of the societies. You have to understand that when you need something to change or to do something, you have to be aware of that. It may be integrated with the infrastructure of the societies. The other is digital privacy. The digital privacy is a protection of personal identifiable or business identifiable information that is collected from respondents through information collection activities or from other sources. Personal identifiable or business identifiable information that is collected from the respondents. After the information is collected from the respondent, be sure that you are keeping the individual privacies. What is not given or what is not shown publicly or not, you have to understand based on the rule and regulation of your nations as well as internationally. It is a collective definition that encompasses three sub-related categories: information privacy, communication privacy, individual privacy are the collective definition of digital privacy. So let us say one by one. Information privacy. In the context of digital privacy, information privacy is a notion that individuals should have the freedom or right to determine how their digital information, mainly that pertaining or personal identifiable information, is collected and used. Every country has various laws that dictate how information may be collected and used by companies. Some of these laws are written to give 100 agency to the preference of individuals, consumers in how their data is used. So you should have to know or understand the freedom or the right that to determine how their digital information is pertained or personally identifiable information is collected and used. The second one is communication privacy. In the context of digital privacy, communication privacy is a notion that individuals should have the freedom or right to communicate information digitally with the expectation that their communication are secure. Maybe internet is one of the medium of communications. Here the meaning is that the message and the communication will only be accessible to the senders originally intended to recipient. However, communication can be intercepted or delivered to other recipients without the sender acknowledging in the multitude of ways. There are different hackers and there are different interceptors which can, using the medium or internet or some other, to interrupt between the sender and the user. So here we should have to now understand the freedom or the right to communicate information digitally for their security, that message and communication will only be accessed to the senders original intended to receive. Individual privacy is a notion that individuals have the right to exist freely on the internet. They can choose what type of information they are exposed to. Unwanted information should not be interrupted them. An internet user receiving unwanted ads or emails or spam, a computer viruses that force their user to take actions they otherwise wouldn't. So this also the maybe break or breach the individual's privacy. The breach of individual privacy is also to have to be kept that have the right to exist freely on the internet and also choose what they need or type of information they are exposed to. Some digital privacy principles: data minimization. Collect the minimal amount of information necessary from individuals and the business consistent with the department missions and the legal requirements. So the minimal amount of information is necessary. Transparency. Notice covering the purpose of the collection and the use of identifiable information will be provided in a clear manner. Information collected will not be used for any other purpose unless authorized or mandated by the law. So transparency that will provide in a clear manner that it should not be used for any others for any purpose. Accuracy. Information collected will be maintained in sufficient, accurate, timely, and complete manners to ensure that the interests of the individuals and the business are protected. So this is the accuracy is determined by that information is free from bias and errors as well as in timely and also should be complete. So it should have consist these three at least things. The fourth one is security. Adequate physical and IT security measure will be implemented to ensure that the collection, use, and maintenance of identifiable information is properly safeguarded and the information is promptly destroyed in the accordance with approved record control schedules. So it maintains identifiable information is properly safeguarded. The information is promptly destroyed in accordance with approved record control schedules. So this is also one of the security. And the other is accountability and trust. The challenge is exacerbated or by the speed at which the technological change is occurring and the breeze of this adoption. When emerging technology creates far-reaching and rapid change, it can also introduce new risks that demand new responses. Understanding and mitigating them will help to build the confidence. Emerging technology can enhance trust in the organization's operations and the financial process, which is crucial for sustainable success. The obligation of individuals or organizations to account for this activity, accept responsibility for them, and to disclose or reveal the result in transparent manners. Ethical and regulatory challenges. Emerging technology are making an impact, includes the counter-terrorism and the law enforcement informatic via predictive analytics and artificial intelligence, real-time horizon scanning and data mining for threat and information sharing, automated cybersecurity and information assurance, enhanced surveillance, chemical or power detection sensor camera, drones, and facial recognition slices and plot readers, simulation and augmented reality technology for training and modeling, safety and security equipment including bullet and bomb-proof made with lighter, stronger materials, advanced forensic enabled by the enhancing computing capability including future quantum computing, situational awareness capability via GPS for disaster response and crisis response scenarios, biometrics assured identify security screening solution by biosignatures. Every aspect of your physiology can be used as biosignatures, measure unique heart pulse rate, electrocardiogram sensors, blood oximetry, skin temperatures, and also robotic policing already happening in Dubai now. The challenge in using artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is only as good as the data is exposed to, which is where certain challenges may present themselves. How a business teaches and develops this. Artificial intelligence will be the major factors in its usefulness. Human could be the weak link here, as people aren't like to want to input mass of data into the systems. Another dilemma that comes along with artificial intelligence is the potential to replace human workers. As machines become more intelligent, they could begin to replace experts in higher level jobs. Challenge in using robotics in manufacturing. With automation and the robotics moving from production line out into other areas of work and business, the potential for human losing jobs is great here too. As automation technology becomes more advanced, there will be greater capability for automation to take over more and more complex jobs. As robots learn to each other's and themselves, there is the potential for much greater productivity, but this is also raises ethical and cyber security concern. Challenge in using the Internet of Things. As more and more connected devices such as smartwatch and the fitness trackers join the Internet of Things, the amount of data being generated is increasing. Companies will have to plan carefully how this will affect customized phasing applications and how to best utilize the mass of data being produced. There are also several security implications of mass connectivity that need to be addressed. Challenge in big data. Almost all the technology mentioned above have some relation to big data. The huge amount of data being generated on a daily basis has the potential to provide business with better insight into their customers, as well as their own business operations. Although data can be incredibly useful for spotting trend and analyzing impact, surfacing all this data to humans in the way that they can understand can be challenging. Threats. Planning for how to deal with this emerging technology and where value can be derived while assessing potential risk before they become fully fledged reality is essential for businesses that want to thrive under the world of artificial intelligence, big data, and Internet of Things. Some of the risky are driverless car. This is while compelling optical for future freelance car companies could crash and burn from claim related to barely insured properly damage. Wearables, Google Glass, Fitbit, and other wearables can expose the company to invasion of privacy claims that may not be covered by general liable personal injury claims that were not foreseen. Drones also prevalence in the offing for manufacturing and organizations that fail to protect themselves for property damage and bodily injury as well as error and omissions. Internet of Things, the proliferation of sensor of cross-platform integration creates potential exposure from privacy invasion, body injury, and property damage that may be connect an organization of huge liabilities. There are also like 3D and telemedicine. This is all chapter 6, ethics and the professionalism of emerging technology. Thank you.